A special hello to all my holiday humbugs and all you Christmas cranks out there. Welcome back to McFly, my little corner on the internet where I just sit around here and talk about video games and stuff. And in this one, we're talking about Multiversus, therefore the future of, and this is the part 2 to what I've said before about Season 4 leaks. Just an overview of the episode, we got the Christmas event, which I'm super excited for, a new fighter, we have a very polarizing event, seems it's going to be very chilly, and some speculation for Season 4 that we're going to talk a lot about towards the end, possibly rant some, so stick around. But with that being said, I can go no further without giving you this. This is your one and true only spoiler warning for the episode. If you don't want to see any of this for the rest of Season 4, or possibly talk about Season 5, click off now. This is it. And then of course I also have to add, none of this would be possible without the amazing community that has been growing on our Discord. I will leave links down in the description, but thank you so much to the growing team of people that actually data mine in this game, look it all up, and then shout out to everyone who just gets excited in the chat. We have a bunch of fun. But of course, thank you to Game Guardian who got it all started with Infurium. We got Dr. Wavy, Scarf. That's the main ones I saw. I think this is still growing. I think there's a couple more, and I apologize if they're not there. Thank you guys so much for all that you do. But also, with that being said, let's look at some more leaks of Season 4. Jeez. Alright, now I figured we'd start off where we ended in the last leak video, which is with our new fighter, Marceline. And I'm glad I waited to talk more on this one, because now we have more info. Now for anyone living under multiversal rock, if you didn't know, the new fighter for the mid-season patch is going to be Marceline from Adventure Time. Yes, the goth vampire queen herself, which I'm moderately excited, I could say. I'm more excited just because it's a new fighter and how consistent they are and how much care and love they put into the kits they make for these characters. That is the gold star, the A+ for me. So like I said, I'm moderately excited. For all I know, I could hate this character in a month if she plays well and kicks my ass. We've just been seeing like bits of leaks here and there up until now, and we've seen that she can transform into her bat form, which is going to be as big on scale as an Iron Giant. Which, I guess leading up to that, we thought it was going to be a tank. And I guess we could have used a tank by now if you think about the rotation, but who's to say? But in multiversal fashion, they pulled a left field, and it turns out Marceline is going to be a bruiser, using her sonic waves, her guitar, and her vampire magic. And from the looks of the gameplay we have, she's got it all. She's got projectiles, she moves pretty quick, she beats up pretty quick. She's going to have 3 new gems upon release, and one of which is going to add a feature where it turns her invisible if she does a few things correctly. Personally, I can't wait to play her. She's going to be my first fighter road character that I'm going to have to earn like naturally through the game, because I don't want to have to pay, or, you know, I don't want to really drop currency for a character I'm not really attached to nostalgic wise or anything like that. So I'll probably earn her outright. But of course, with all the trappings of a new fighter, we have it all. We have a couple variants. Again, I don't know what variants these are, but they look pretty cool. And seeing as the structure has gone with the first part of Season 4, I imagine one will be a Battle Pass skin, the other one will be through a bundle. And then we have all these accessories. She's going to have a voice pack. Here's a few banners you may have seen already. They've been floating around in the game. And even in the last video, I showed a couple player cards. And I just want to shine again, the food player cards they make for this game are amazing. Keep making food player cards. And I can kind of breeze past Marceline because I'm also releasing this video a little late, and we're going to have Into the Verse probably the same day I'm posting this. So we'll definitely see way more about Marceline in the Into the Verse. So I'll probably link that below. Alright, and now it is time to talk about one of my favorite things in video games, and that is holiday events. More specifically, Christmas. And now this is going to be the new event that spawns with the new mid-season patch, you know, Tuesday when this all starts. It's going to be one of those events where we just grind out XP, not currency, and earning the new currency of ugly sweaters. This is my cat, Percy. Also my girl. And this is technically my ugly sweater. I had to wear it one time for 1 year. But like I said, very fitting. The actual currency here is ugly sweaters, and it's probably going to work like the Raven event towards the beginning of Season 4, where we're probably only going to get like 3 of these tokens, and then we'll spend them accordingly however we want. Which leads me to what we'll spend them on. Ugly sweaters, and also various, hopefully, some of these Christmas outfits. Some of these could be bundles, take it with a grain of salt. Some of these more Christmassy outfits could be actually just paid bundles, I don't know. I hope we'll be able to earn them. But first up, I gotta start with the OG Ugly Sweaters. Back when the game was original beta, it had a Christmas event where we collected like Christmas cookies for playing, and then you would earn up the Christmas cookies and spend them, and you could have gotten a few other ugly sweater characters that already exist. These already exist in game. We got Jake, got Arya, Finn, Superman, Velma. I know how much you guys love Velma skins. And then, of course, my favorite Batman, which I don't own this one yet. I need to actually get my hands on this, and it would be cool if I could earn this through the event. But then here we have some new festive outfits. We have Bugs, which is very nice, the brown. I should have showed it before, but Marceline is also going to get an ugly sweater. So she gets another skin if you unlock Marceline. Then we have this one for Beetlejuice, which is really creative. I love how this one actually pops off the original model. This one they actually got really creative with. Then we have a couple winter outfits. We have one for Velma. We also have one for Shaggy. You've probably seen this in a Rift or two. And more on the festive side, Hardly is getting an elf outfit. And then to match with that, Joker is getting like a cardigan Santa type outfit. I actually really like this. I don't play Joker, but I really love the cardigan. And that's all I got as far as variants for now. I imagine there may be a couple more. I just don't have the pictures. I'm hoping there's more. And then, like I said, maybe the OG ugly sweaters will actually fill in the gap. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a normal event if we didn't have the other stuff like banners. And like I said before, I'm a sucker for festive events and festive items. I can't wait to earn all of these, especially the Christmas tree. There's even going to be a cool ginger bat emote. I love this thing. And player cards. Got BMO, got some Taz, again with the food, the cookies, and the milk. It looks amazing. And I imagine for the most part, these will all be earnable. Be able to get the prestige points for them. That'll be pretty cool. I should also mention that there's a bundle of other Christmas emotes. These have been around for a little bit, even since the last beta, but I'm sure they'll be in like some kind of paid bundle or something. If you want to have some fun, maybe leave a comment. What's your favorite ugly sweater skin or Christmas skin here? And I will see you Tuesday live when all this drops. Alright, now we're going to start moving on from what's after the Christmas event. Once the dust, or should I say snow, has settled, it's going to be a polar vortex. Sorry, it only seemed fitting. But it's going to be a new event, and then this is the event that's probably going to take us out of Season 4 and then eventually into Season 5. And it's another currency event. And with that being said, here are our currencies. We have Snowflake Coin and then Iceberg thing. I don't know. And I'm sure you know the name of the game by now. We're going to earn one of these, and then we're going to trade them up for one of these, possibly vice versa. And from what we've seen in the recent events, it's probably going to be 6. And let's see what we got for them, Johnny. Even as far as variants, it seems to be very similar to this one we've been on with the Mythic Vista. There are skins, and then there's alternate variants of skins. And then there's just like the Polar Vortex skins. But before I even actually show you them, they actually have a pretty cool effect, and it reminds me of the Hypergalactic skins. But mostly all of these Polar Vortex skins, if they look like the Frozen variant, like this, like the Harley Quinn, if any of the maps or stages in the future get dark, they will actually have a glowing accent like this. And I think that's a nice little touch to add to the skin. I think that's pretty cool. But we'll start with the actual Polar Vortex skins. And with this one, we have Shaggy. My man Batman. Sidebar, actually, Batman is getting a hot dog eating emote. How funny is that? It's so random, but I'll take it. It looks so funny. But moving on, we also have Harley. And yep, you guessed it, Velma. Should do like a Multiversus awards like the Dundies, and it's like the most skins that nobody wants goes to Velma. Then we have a Polar Vortex Iron Giant, which surprisingly he's gonna get 2 skins this event. That one really shocked me. Then we have Gizmo. Joe will be happy. He has a Stripe skin he can earn. Shout out to the Stripe lovers. And now with the second side of the variant skins, and they seem to be kind of like ice climbers. They're not full-on Polar Vortex like minion looking things, but they're all decked out as if they live in a frozen tundra multiversal world. So first up, of course, we have Shaggy. There's no Velma for this one. I'm very shocked. Or at least I don't have a picture of it. And like I said before, Iron Giant has 2 skins this event. Look at this one. Then we have Nubia. Looks pretty cool. Ice Queen. And next up we have Agent Smith. This one looks pretty cool. This must be the season of Agent Smith skins. But this one's cool. They actually put some thought into this one. It's not just eyes on his forehead. This one was actually shown off in-game right now. And if you've checked out the rifts, there's a new rift that pop up on Season 4. And we actually can earn this through a rift from what it looks like. But you have a Jason Ice Climber skin. It's like we're taking it back to Season 1 with all the earnable Jason skins. But that's all I got here for variants. There might be a few, give or take, when the actual event drops. And of course, with the event, we have more banners. These banners are what you would expect, especially themed for the event. But this one's pretty cool with the Sammy Jack. I like to play him every once in a while, and this is a pretty cool banner to have. And then, of course, keeping it rolling with the Iron Giant love, we have an Iron Giant winner emote. Or sticker. What do they call them? I call them emotes, but they're stickers, I guess. And then, of course, player cards. Seems like this is going to be the format for events, unless they really shake it up with Season 5. But once we get towards the end in a few minutes, we're going to talk about Season 5 speculation. And I don't know how I feel about it. Alright, now before we move on to full-on miscellaneous leaks, I want to talk about maps. I think this is the big important subject. We need more and more maps, and we need more maps to be regulated. But as we already know, with this new mid-season drop, we're going to be getting Candy Kingdom, and it's going to be 2 variants, a daytime and a nighttime. And they both look really nice. Can't wait to play them. One seems more 1v1-ish, and then the other one seems really big, which seems more of a party map, which I really am going to like. There's also renderings in the files of minions for each map, so I'm curious if there's going to be some type of hazard throughout, whether they attack you or just run around and you can throw them yourself. Now let's talk about a few maps that we've seen in the files being worked on and pushing ahead of others. And I talked about it in the other one. We had this Pinky and the Brain map that showed up recently. This possibly could be Season 5. This seems to have most priority. But then we also have the Rabbit Season map, which seems to be pushed and actually being worked on. So I'm hoping to see this one soon. This one, when I saw the concept of this one a couple months back, I love this one. I don't know if it's just the Looney Tune in me, but even just the art style. I love it. And now here are another few maps. I don't know how far along in the process they are. We could see them soon, we could not. But we have a Steamboat Willie looking map. I don't know what this is. This could be Adventure Time. If anybody knows what kind of cartoon this is in, please give me a shout. Shout it out in the comments. To me, this is Steamboat Willie. I don't know. I see a tugboat cartoon. The only thing here is it's just not monochrome. And then lastly, another map with a day and night cycle. And I don't know what it is. It's just a prehistoric look. And it's a pretty centered map. To be honest, I don't know if it's WB because it's Adult Swim. I don't know where that falls under the umbrella. But have you ever seen like the weird caveman anime on Adult Swim called Primal? That's what this reminds me of. So I don't... Or even Johnny Quest, if they went to some kind of like time period thing like this. It's just the art style that reminds me of it. It's just weird. I don't know. But moving on. Now is the time where I would like to set aside and talk about Season 5. Predictions, possible leaks, different miscellaneous things. And again, take a lot of this with a grain of salt. And please feel free to add your own 2 cents in what you think could be happening, because I just don't know. Now, of course, starting off, in the past leaks, we've seen a bunch of these variants that I'm going to be cycling on the screen, and I hope to see them soon, especially the Crow Rick skin. I know people are looking out for that. But as for images, I really don't have much. We just have mostly code and speculation. But as for fighters, it really is up in the air. I don't know if the Multiversus team really just doesn't like us looking at leaks, or they're just being way more secretive, or the other side of the coin where production possibly could be slowing down, because I know WB's been hurting, especially as of late. You know, earnings calls are coming in. There's that bad report about a couple months ago, whether like it lost money or not. It's also around that time of year. There are a lot of shutdowns, layoffs. We've heard of other bigger games shutting down. I think of X Defiant recently is also shutting down soon. I heard Mortal Kombat support is slowing down. It's not looking good for games. Granted, I think businesses' expectations are much higher than they should be, and if you're going for a free-to-play model, I think you need to give it way more than a year. Or actually, I've been saying it more recently. It's called Finding Fortnite or Chasing Fortnite. They're trying to catch that lightning in a bottle, and it's just, if it doesn't hit off right away, it's a failure. I don't get it. But the things that we do know, and a big one that we've seen reappear into the code that probably hasn't been seen since the original beta, Pickle Rick. How weird is that? Also, adding to the other one, we've seen more things added to speculate that we could possibly see an Aquaman for possible Season 5. I can't play them here because it's actual audio, but we have voice lines for Aquaman talking to the whole roster. We have more code in place to actually implement him. We have attack lists. And then there's even some in the code talking about his octopus friend. So he might have something like Raven, where Raven has a Raven. I think Aquaman's going to have a pet octopus. I think Aquaman's going to have a pet octopus to help him fight. And how weird does that sound? Season 5, 2 fighters, Pickle Rick, Aquaman. I don't know. That's just weird to me, but it's not unheard of. Also, a little birdie has said that there are Daffy animations showing up in the code. So I don't know. Like I said, these are the kind of characters I would imagine them to pop out if they're really trying to save their ass and buy some more time, especially Daffy. For as many times as I hear people cry Ben 10 and Daffy, I don't know why they haven't done it yet. Again, I would love to hear what you guys think about it. Are you starting to on the game? Especially this last season, I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of been feeling it. I don't really like the changes they've been making for season 4. The 2 battle pass thing, but making it less. And of course, I know everyone's not really happy with Fighter Road because you can't full on pick the character you want. Like, there's little parts where you can choose, but not full on. But yeah, that's my rant aside, especially with the season stuff. Of course, when mid-season patch drops, we could have more leaks. This could all change. Hopefully, we get a flood of new things to get us excited for the season 5. But also, I do want to leave you with, we have seen code for something called guilds. Maybe we'll actually be able to make one and group up with our friends, like on a mass scale, maybe like 50, 30 people in an actual guild. We'll have guild missions. I don't know how it's going to go, but there is something that looks like the building blocks of that. But yeah, with all the rambling and the speculation aside, thank you guys so much for being here and watching, especially if you made it this far. A like is always appreciated, all that good YouTube stuff. I'll probably be live when they do Into the Verse. I'll be live when all of this goes live in the mid-season patch. I hope to see you there. Stop by and say hi. But until then, I will catch you out there in the multiverse.
A friend taught me this one.
Peanut butter jelly!
A friend taught me this one. A friend taught me this one.